Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. Oh, wait, hold up. I didn't turn. Okay, turn the sound off here. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have each one of you all here today. Okay. How is everyone doing? I hope you all are doing good. Okay. And I hope you all had a good week. How was your week this past week? I hope everyone's week went good. Okay. And I'm going to read Gary's poem. Excuse me, you all. Let me get it. And now I'm going to read Gary's poem, Money Has Spoiled. Money has spoiled everything but poetry. We all need truth. The value of our words is worth more than our money. We can't let our freedom of speech and personal feelings be destroyed and distorted by the influence of profit. The truth must be told about our past in order to use these truths to help guide the future of mankind on this earth. On the earth. The end. That poem was Money Has Spoiled by Gary A. Snyder. Okay. Hello, Gloria. Happy day. You have a blessed day too, Gloria, and thank you very much. Wow, because I know they had there's something new they have here on StreamYard now, where I can get the comment automatically on here, but it is so from my position here, it is. I can barely read it. I don't know how it looks like on your old side. Okay. Okay. And welcome, Gloria, to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna okay, now I'm gonna play Gary's poem he wrote, Cowardness and Weaknesses.
I have a name for it, okay. But it starts, cowardness and weaknesses are not pillars of society. Through the throes and rails of time, all things change. The securities we have and we bear in mind all get disrupted now and then, one more time. End poem.
Okay. And that was Cowardness and Weaknesses by Gary Snyder. And here's another one. Since that was really short, I'll do the Occupy the World. And before I do that, we have another comment. And Gloria said, "Thanks, ma'am. You are very welcome, Gloria." And Gloria, how is the comments on your side? Can you see it all right? Because now the comments will come automatically on there. I don't have to click it. So I'm wondering, can you read it well enough? Because it'll be on my right side. I don't know what side it'll be on yours. Okay, thank you. Uh, Now we're going to play Gary's poem.
By the world.
His poem, Occupy the
A
World.
young lady, famous for her intuition, was summoned to the governor's mansion one day. Upon her arrival, "Wow, it's a privilege to be beckoned to come to a man of power on this day of occupation." "Come in," he said. "Your advice is honest and true, I hear. But the world is in upheaval, and I know not what to do." She said, "Sir, sit down. A pan of potatoes I will make for you. When they are done, you pour out the pot. Now clearly I'm watching you not take a sample from the pot. Now I sit beside you. I can see on the glass tabletop a piece of potato strip from the piece of potato you dropped. When the steam from the pot is gone, leave some potatoes for your friends, your guests and your friends. Then you may put the lid on the pot. Gotta go now, one of your friends. Remember capitalization. Goodbye." End poem.
And that was Gary's poem. Um, Okay, mm, live. Okay, okay. Mm, 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 okay. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. Mm, mm, Um. Mm, mm, mm. Hello, everyone. Okay, let me turn this on now. Mm, mm. Okay. Mm. It's some of my. Mm, mm, okay. Mm. Um. I hope you all can hear me. And mm, mm, mm. Some of my mm, 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 mm. Okay. Um. Can you all hear me? All right. Look like on Facebook. You know what? I'm trying to try again because most of you all are on Facebook, and I want to do Facebook and YouTube. I'm wondering what's going on here. Um, mm, mm, mm. Check. Um, okay. Okay. You on Facebook? mm, 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 mm. Then we add it. Or just remove this destination and then add it. We add it. Remove it and then add it. Remove. Okay, view. Okay, view. Mm, 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 continue. Okay, to okay, and you all, and I apologize for any I'm back, and yay, StreamYard did not kick me off, so I can continue it, but Facebook ended it. So let me so the problem what I can do is remove it from the Facebook, then I can re-add it. That's what I'm gonna do. Uh-oh. Hope it don't kick me off again. Mm, okay. Now I can okay. Mm, okay. Now okay. See if it's back on my page, see that will work. And sorry that about you all. Okay, I just seen a comment too. Hello, Dickie, and welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. It is an honor to have you here. Thank you. Okay, now, all right. So now I'm going to have to do the same thing as the other one, the poet Noreen Snyder. So give me a second, remove it, and then add it. Okay, remove it, and now add it back. Now let me see if that will work on that one. Yay, we're back up. Yay. Okay. Thank you all for your patience. Okay, let me see. Let me look over here on Facebook real quick. And let me see. Yay. Okay. Thank you all for your patience. Okay, let me see. Okay. It's back up. It's on there now. Good. Okay, thank you all for your patience. And before I got knocked off, I seen right before right after I got knocked off, I seen somebody else was watching. So I want to acknowledge him too. And welcome, Jimmy. I know you was watching earlier before I was knocked off, after I was knocked off. And I just want to say thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jim May, for being here, and welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. It is an honor to have you here. Thank you. Okay, now I hope you all had a great week this past week, and but I already read the Gary's poem, and I already played his poem already, and I hope it don't happen again, because there was no was no light, I didn't hear no lightning or anything. I guess it was a storm out there. And it ain't the first time I did it while I was having the show. So I should hope I don't do it again. Okay. Okay. Let me see if I can read this. Okay. I'm getting me some new glasses too, new prescription eyeglasses. So okay. Let me see if this will work. Okay. 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 And okay. Right now I'm reading from the Complete Works of William Shakespeare, Volume 1. Okay. And last week I finished reading Romeo and Juliet. And this week, today, I'll be starting King Richard II, written about 1594. And I'll read the introduction. Okay. Let me see if I can read it. Okay. King Richard II appeared in Quarto in 1597. In 1608, a third edition was published with new editions of the Parliament scene and the deposing of King Richard. That is to say, with the added lines 154 through 318 and Act 4, Scene 1. It is probable that these timelines were written as part of the original play, but relating as they did to the juxtaposition of the king had been omitted for fear of giving offense at a time when the Pope and Catholic princes were exhorting her subjects to dethrone Elizabeth. The date of the play is not certain, but it has been assigned, with an appearance of probability, to the year 1593 or 1594. Whether it preceded or followed Richard III is a question in dispute. It is the inferior scenes which contain most rhymed verse. The dramatist exhibits, as in Romeo and Juliet, mastery over blank verse, but is not yet free from the tendency to fall back into rhyme. Upon the whole, Richard II bears closer affinity to King John than to any other of Shakespeare's plays. Marlowe's genius, however, still exercises an influence over Shakespeare's plays. Marlowe's genius, however, still exercises an influence over Shakespeare's imagination while he was fashioning his Richard II. Having in Richard III, if it proceeded the present play, brought the civil wars of England to an issue and an end. Shakespeare turned back to the reign of the earlier Richard, whose deposition led the way to the disputed succession and the conflicts of half a century later. The interest of the play centers in two connected things: the personal contrast between the falling and the rising kings, and the political action of each. The misgovernment of the one inviting and almost justifying the usurpation of the other Richard, though possessed of a certain regal charm and power of attaching tender natures to himself, is deficient in all that is sterling and real in manhood. He is self-indulgent, has much superficial sensitiveness, loves to contemplate in a romantic way whatever is pathetic or passionate in life, possesses a kind of rhetorical imagination, and has abundant command of delicate and winning words. His will is nerveless. He is incapable of consistency of feeling, incapable of strenuous action. Bolingbroke, on the other hand, who pushes Richard from his throne, is a man framed for such material success as waits on personal ambition. His is a resolute gaze which sees his object far off, and he has persistency and energy of will to carry him forward without faltering. His faculties are strong and well knit. He is not cruel, but shrinks from no deed that is needful to his purpose. purpose. Because the because the deed is cruel. There is no finer contrast in Shakespeare's historical plays than that between the figures of the formidable king of deeds and romantic king of hectic feelings and brilliant words. Okay, and that is the introduction of King Richard II. And now, now the I'll read the dramatis personae. Okay, and these are the characters in the play, King Richard II. Okay, King Richard II, John of Gaunt, Duke of Lancaster, and Edmund of Landley, Duke of York, are both uncles to the king. Henry, surnamed Bolingbroke, Duke of Hereford, son to John of Gaunt, afterwards King Henry IV. Um, King of Duke of okay, Duke of Almerley, son to the Duke of York, Thomas Mowbray, Duke of Norfolk, Duke of Surrey, Earl of Salisbury, Lord Berkeley, Bushy, Daggett, and Green are servants to the King Richard, Earl of Northumberland, Henry Percy, surnamed Hotspur, his son, Lord Ross, Lord Willoughby, Lord Fitzwater, Bishop of Carlisle, Abbot of Westminster, Lord Marshal, Sir Stephen Scrope, Sir Piers of Exton, captain of a band of Welshmen, Queen to King Richard, Duchess of York, Duchess of Gloucester, lady attending on the Queen, lords, heralds, officers, soldiers, 2 gardeners, keeper, messenger, groom, and other attendants. A scene is in England and Wales. Okay. And okay. Hello, hello, Mark Brunner and Doreen Brunner, and welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. It is an honor to have you here. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to start. Okay. And I apologized earlier that I had technical difficulties. So as long as the storm, it sounds like it might be all right now. To pray the storm won't knock the computer out again. So I'm glad I got the computer back up and I can do it again. And I want to thank, before I get started, I want to thank StreamYard for not knocking this off, the show off. Only one did was Facebook. I had to remove the Facebook and put it back on there. And now there's no problem. So thank you all. So I'm going to thank StreamYard. I'm going to stick with StreamYard. They're the best. Okay. 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 Now I'm reading Act 1, Scene 1. Scene 1 in London, King Richard's Palace. Okay. Enter King Richard, John of Gaunt, with other nobles in attendance. King Richard. O John of Gaunt, time-honored Lancaster, hast thou, according to thy oath and band, brought hither Henry Hereford, thy bold son, here to make good the boisterous late appeal, which then out leader would and let us hear, against the Duke of Norfolk, Thomas Mowbray. Gaunt. I have, my liege. King Richard. Tell me, moreover, hast thou sounded him, if he appeal the Duke on an ancient malice, or worthily, as a good subject should, on some known ground of treachery in him? Gaunt. As near as I could shift him on that argument, on some apparent danger seen in him, aimed at your highness, no inveterate malice. King Richard. Then call them to our presence, face to face, and frowning brow to brow, ourselves will hear the accuser and the accused freely speak. High-stomached are they both, and full of ire, in rage, dead depth as a sea, hasty as fire. Entered Bolingbroke and Mowbray. Bolingbroke. Many years of happy days befall 20, befall 20. My gracious sovereign, my most loving liege. Mowbray. Each day will better others' happiness, until the heavens envy and earth's good hap, an immortal title to your crown, King Richard. We thank you both, yet one but flatters us, as well appeareth by the courage cause you come, namely to appeal each other of high treason. Cousin of Hereford, what dost thou object against the Duke of Norfolk, Thomas Mowbray? Bolingbroke. First, heaven be the record to my speech, and the devotion of a subject's love, tendering the precious safety of my prince, and free from other misbegotten heir. Come, I appellant to this princely presence. Now, Thomas Mowbray, do I turn to thee, and mark my greeting well? For what I speak, my body shall make good upon this earth, or my divine soul answer in it in heaven. Thou art a traitor and a miscreant, too good to be so, and too bad to live. Since the more fair and crystal in the sky, the uglier seem the clouds that in it fly. Once more, the more to aggravate the note, with a foul traitor's nature's name staff, I thy threat. I wait, and I thy threat. Wait, okay. With a foul traitor's name stuff, I thy throat, and wish, so please my sovereign, ere I move. What my tongue speaks, my right drawn sword may prove. Mowbray. Let not my cold words here accuse my zeal. 'Tis not the trial of a woman's war, the bitter clamor of two eager tongues. Can arbitrate this cause betwixt us twain? The blood is hot that must be cooled for this. Yet can I not of such tame patience boast as to be hushed and not at all to say. First, The fair reverence of your highness curbs me from giving reins and spurs to my free speech, which else would post until it had returned. These terms of Trajan doubled down his throat, setting aside his high blood royalty, and let him be no kinsman to my liege. I do defy him, and I spit at him, call him a slanderous coward and a villain. Wish to maintain I would allow him odds, and need him, were I tied to run afoot, even to the frozen riches of the Alps, or any other ground inhabitable, wherever Englishman durst set his foot. Meantime, let this defend my loyalty by all my hopes. Most falsely doth he lie, bolding Bolingbroke. Pale trembling coward, there I throw my gage, disclaiming here thy kindred of the king. Okay, excuse me, you all. Okay, we have a comment. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not supposed to be doing. Okay, I forgot about that. It's already up there. Okay, I forgot. See, it's new up there now. Doreen said, "Hi, Noreen. I'm having problems watching too on my end, but I am on now. But I click on your video and it would take me to another video, but I am on now." Okay, thank you, Doreen. And hello, Doreen, and thank you. And that's probably because the first video I was doing, well, we had a storm out here, and it knocked my computer out for about a few seconds. It went out, but Facebook must ended it, but StreamYard didn't. So and I got a computer right back up, my laptop back up, and then it took a few minutes, no more than 10 minutes. I was going to do it on my cell phone, but it looked different. It looked different. So I went back on. I hurried up, went on my I already had my I got my laptop up, so I went on there and StreamYard left it open, and Facebook must ended it. So StreamYard told me on there to remove Facebook and put it back on. That's what I did, and that was what happened. Okay. Okay. And Doreen said, oh, "Okay, maybe that's what it was." Yes, I think so. And can you all see the comments right here? It'll be right there on this side of the screen, because I can barely read it. I can't read it. It's too small for me, so I read it here on my end. Okay, thank you, Doreen. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay. And I don't know if it's raining or not, but I don't hear anything. I hope it ain't. And I hope it don't knock the computer out, the laptop. And okay, Bolingbroke. Pale. Okay, Bolingbroke. Pale trembling, a coward. There I throw my gage, disclaiming here the kindred of the king, and lay aside my high blood's royalty, which fear, not reverence, makes thee to accept. If guilty dread have left thee so much strength as to take up mine honor's pawn, then stoop, by that and all the rights of knighthood else. Will I make good against thee, arm to arm? What I have spoke, or thou canst worse devise. Mowbray, is that Mowbray. I take it up, and by that sword I swear, will gently lay my knighthood on my shoulder. I'll answer thee in any fair degree, or chivalrous design of knightly trial. And when I mount, alive may I not light, if I be a traitor or unjustly fight. King Richard, what those our cousins lay to Mowbray's charge? It must be great that can inherit us so much as of a thought of ill in him. Bolingbroke, look, what I speak, my life shall prove it true, that Mowbray hath received 8,000 nobles in name of lendings for your highness soldiers, the which he hath detained for lewd employments, like a false traitor and injurious villain. Besides, I say and will in battle prove, or hear of elsewhere to the furthest verge, that ever was surveyed by English eye, that all the treasons for these 18 years, complotted and contrived in this land, fetched from false Mowbray their first head and spring. Further, I say, and further will maintain, upon his bad life to make all this good, that he did plot the Duke of Gloucester's death, suggest his soon believing adversaries, and consequently, like a traitor coward, sluiced out his innocent soul through streams of blood, which blood, like sacrificing Abel's, cries, even from the tuneless caverns of the earth, to me for justice and rough chastisement, and by the glorious worth of my descent. This arm shall do it, or this life be spent. King Richard, how high a pitch his resolution soars. Thomas of Norfolk, what sayest thou to this? Mowbray, oh, let my sovereign turn away his face, and bid his ears a little while be deaf, till I have told this slander of his blood, how God and good men hate so foul a liar. King Richard, Mowbray, impartial are our eyes and ears. Were he my brother, nay, my kingdom's heir, as he is but my father's brother's son. Now by my scepter's awe I make a vow, such neighbor nearness to our sacred blood should nothing privilege him, nor partialize the unstooping firmness of my upright soul. He is our subject. Mowbray, so art thou. Free speech and fearless I to thee allow. Mowbray, then Bolingbroke, as low as to thy heart, through the false passage of thy throat, thou liest. 3 parts of that receipt I had for callous. Disbursed I duly to his highness soldiers. The other parts reserved I by consent, for that my sovereign liege was in my debt, upon remainder of a dear account. since last I went to France to fetch his queen. Now swallowed down that lie, for Gloucester's death I slew him not, but to my own disgrace neglected my sworn duty in that case. For you, my noble lord of Lancaster, the honorable father to my foe, once did I lay an ambush for your lie, for your once did I lay an ambush for your life, a trespass that doth vex my grieved soul. But ere I last received the sacrament, I did confess it, and exactly begged your gracious pardon, and I hope I had it. This is my fault. As for the rest appealed, it issues from the rancor of a villain. A recreant and most degenerate traitor, which in myself I boldly will defend, and interchangeably hurl down my gage upon this overweening traitor's foot, to prove myself a loyal gentleman, even in the best blood chambered in his bosom, and in haste whereof utmost hardly I pray your highness to assign our trial day. King Richard, wrath kindled gentlemen, be ruled by me. Let's purge this choler without letting blood. This we prescribe, though no physician. Deep malice makes too deep incision. Forget, forgive, conclude, and be agreed. Our doctors say this is no mouth to bleed. Good uncle, let this end where it began. We'll calm the Duke of Norfolk, you, your son. Gaunt, to be and make peace shall become my age. Throw down, my son, the Duke of Norfolk's gage. King Richard, and Norfolk, throw down his. Gaunt, win, Harry, win. Obedience bides. I should not bid again. King Richard, Norfolk, throw down, we bid. There is no boot. Mowbray, myself I throw, dread sovereign, at thy foot. My life thou shalt command, but not my shame. The one my duty owes, but any fair name, despite of death that lives upon my grave. To dark dishonor's use thou shalt not have. I am disgraced, impeached, and baffled here, pierced to the inid with slander's venom spear, the which no balm can cheer but his heart blood, which breathes this poison. King Richard, rage must be withstood. Give me his gage. Lions make lepers tame. Mowbray, yea, but not change his spots. Take but my shame, and I resign my gage. My dear, dear lord, the purest treasure mortal times afford is spotless reputation, that away men are but gilded loam, or painted clay. A jewel in a 10 times barked up chest is a bold spirit in a loyal breast. Mine honor is my life, both grow in one. Take honor from me, and my life is done. Then, dear my liege, mine honor let me try, and that I live, and for that will I die. King Richard, Cousin, throw up your gauge. Do you begin a bowling bray? Oh God, defend my soul from such deep sin. Shall I seem crestfallen in my Father's sight? Oh, with pale beggar fear, impeach my height before this our outdared bastard? Ere my tongue shall wound my honor with such feeble wrong. Or sound so base, a parla, my teeth shall tear. Okay. The slavish motive of recanting fear, and spit it bleeding in his high disgrace, where shame doth harbor, even in Mowbray's face. Exit Gaunt. King Richard. We were not turned, we were not born to sue, but to command, which since we cannot do to make you friends, be ready as your life shall answer it. At Coventry upon St. Lambert's Day, there shall your swords and lances arbitrate the swelling difference of your settled hate. Since we cannot atone you, we shall see justice design the victor's chivalry. Lord Marshal, command our officers at arms, be ready to direct these home alarms. Exit. And that was the scene, end of scene one. Okay. Okay, scene two. The Duke of Lancaster's palace. Entered John of Gaunt with the Duchess of Gloucester. Gaunt. Alas, the part I had in Woodstock's blood. Though more solicit me, Benyer exclaims, to stir against the butchers of his life, but since correction lieth in those hands, which made the fault that we cannot correct, put we our quarrel to the will of heaven, who when they were the hours ripe our on earth, will rain hot vengeance on offenders' heads. Duchess finds brotherhood in thee, no sharper spur. Hath love in thy old blood and no living fire? Edward's 7 sons, whereof thyself art one, whereas 7 vials of his sacred blood on our 7 fair branches springing from one root. Some of those 7 are dried by nature's course. Some of those branches by the destinies cut. But Thomas, my dear Lord, my life, my Gloucester, one vial full of Edward's sacred blood. One flourishing branch of his most royal root is cracked, and all the precious liquor spilt is hacked down, and his summer leaves all faded by envy's hand and murder's bloody axe. Ah, gaunt, his blood was mine, I that bed, that womb, that metal, that self-mold, that fashioned thee, made him a man. And though thou livest and breathest, yet art thou slain in him, thou dost consent in some large measure to thy father's death, in that thou seest thy wretched brother die, who was a model of thy father's life. Call it not patience, Gaunt, it is despair. In suffering thus my brother to be slaughtered, thou showest the naked pathway to my life, teaching stern murder how to butcher thee, that which in mean men we entitle patience, in pale cold cowardice in noble breast. What shall I say to safeguard thine own life? The best way is to avenge my Gloucester's death. Gaunt, God's is the quarrel, for God's substitute, his deputy anointed in his sight, hath caused his death, the which if wrongfully, let heaven revenge, for I may never lift an angry arm against his minister. Duchess, where then, alas, may I complain myself? Gaunt, to God, the widow's champion and the defense. Duchess, why, then I will. Farewell, O Gaunt. Thou goest to Coventry, there to behold our cousin Hereford and fell Mowbray fight. Oh, all my husband's wrongs on Hereford's spear, that it may enter but Butcher Mowbray's breast, or if misfortune miss the first career, and Mowbray's sin so heavy in his bosom, that they may break his foaming corsets back, and throw the rider headlong in the list, a caitiff recreant to my cousin Hereford. Farewell, O Gaunt, thy sometimes brother's wife, with her companion, grief must end her life. Gaunt, sister, farewell, I must to Coventry, as much good stay with thee as go with me. Duchess, yet one word more, grief boundeth where it falls, not with the empty hollowness, but wait. I take my leave before I have begun, for sorrow ends not when it seemeth done. Commend me to thy brother, Edmund York. Lo, this is all. Nay, yet depart not so. Though this be all, do not so quickly go. I shall remember more. Bid him, what? With all good speed at Platchy, visit me. Alack, and what shall good old York there see but empty lodgings on furnished walls, on peopled offices, on trodden stones? And what here there for welcome but any but my groans? Therefore command me, let him not come there. to seek out sorrow that dwells everywhere. Desolate, desolate, will I hence and die? Um, the last leave of thee takes my weeping eye. The end. And that was scene 2. Okay. And I will read scene 3 next time. Okay. Now I'm going to be reading from the Brownings, the letters and poetry. Okay. First, I'm going to read a poem by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Called A Seaside Walk. We walked beside the sea after a day which perished silently of its own glory, like the princess weird, who, combating the genius, scorched and seated. Uttered with burning breath, ho, victory! And sank down, a heap of ashes pale. So runs the Arab tale. Okay. The sky above us showed a universal and unmoving cloud, on which the cliffs permitted us to see only the outline of their majesty, as master minds when gazed at by the crowd, and shining with a gloom, the water gray, swaying on this in this moon-taught way. Not noon, not stars were out. They did not dare to tread so soon about, though trembling in the footsteps of the sun. The light was neither nights nor days, but one which lifelike had a beauty in its doubt, and silences and passion breathings around seemed wandering into sound. O solemn beating heart of nature, I have knowledge that thou art bound in unto man's by cords he cannot sever, and what time they are slackened by him ever, so to attest his own supernal part, still runneth thy vibration fast and strong, but slacken cruel along, poured along. For though we never spoke of the gray water and the shaded rock, dark wave and stone unconsciously were fused into the plaintive speaking that we use of absent friends and memories on forsook, and had we seen each other's face, we had seen happily each was sad. The end. And that was A Seaside Walk by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Okay. Now I'm going to read Robert Browning's poem called Sordello from Book the First. And it won't be the full poem either because it has an asterisk. It only shows the middle of it. Yeah. Okay, Sordello from Luke the First. And then to a territory half is slough, half pine tree forest, maple scarlet oaks, read over the river beds, even Minello choked with, and the summer through, but 'tis morass in winter up to Matnut walls. There was, some 30 years before this evening's coil, one spot reclaimed from the surrounding spoil, Goizel, just a castle built amid a few low mountains, firs and larches hid their name defiles, and rings of vineyard bound the rest. Hello, Gloria. I'm glad to see you back, and welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It's an honor to have you here. Thank you. Okay. Some captured creature in a pond town, whose artless wonder quite precludes distress, secure beside in its own loveliness, so peered with airy head, below, above, the castle at its toils, the lapwings love to glean among at great time, pass within a maze of corridors contrived for sin, dusk winding stairs, dim galleries got past. You gain the inmost chambers, gain at last a maple panelled room. That haze which seems floating about this panel, if there gleams a sunbeams over it, will turn to gold. And in light graven characters unfold the Arab's wisdom everywhere. What shade? What shade marred then a moment? Those slim pillars made, cut like a company of palms to prop the roof, each kissing top entwined with top, leaning together in the carver's mind, some knot of bacchanals, flushed cheek combined. With a straining forehead, soldiers purpled, hair diffused between, who in a goat skin bear a vintage, graceful sister palms, but quick to the main wonder now. A vault seat, thick black shade about the ceiling, though fine slits across the buttress suffer light by fits upon a marble in the mist. Nay, stoop, a dullest gray streak, cumbrous font, a group round it, each side of it, wherever one sees, upholds it, shrinking keratites of just tinged marble like Eve's lilied flesh, beneath her nature's finger, when the fresh first pulse of life shot brightening the snow, the font's edge burthens every soldier, so they muse upon the ground, cyclids half closed, some with meek arms behind their backs disposed, some crossed above their bosoms, some to bill their eyes, some propping chin and cheeks so pale, some hanging slack and utter helpless limp, dead as a buried vestal whose whole strength goes when the grate above shuts heavily. So dwell these noiseless girls, patience to see, like priestesses because of sin and pure, penance forever, who resign and endure, having that once drunk sweetness to the dregs, and every eye Sordello's visit begs pardon for them. Constant as Eve, he came to sit beside each in her turn, the same as one of them, a curtain certain space, and all made a great indistinctness till he saw sunset slant, cheerful through the buttress chinks, cold 7 times globed. Surely our maiden strength, and a smile stirs hers as if one faint grain her load were lightened. One shade less stain obscured her forehead, yet one more bead slipped from off the rosary whereby the crypt keeps count of the contritions of his charge. Then with a step more light, a heart more large, he may depart, leave her, and every one to linger out the penance and mute stone. The end. And that was Robert Browning's poem, Sordello, from Book the First. Okay. 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 And today's word is scumble. And scumble is a verb or from the late 17th century. In definition, with the object modify a painting or color by applying a very thin coat of opaque paint to give a softer or duller effect. Second definition, modify a drawing with light shading in pencil or charcoal to give a softer effect. Example in a sentence, today's online art lesson will teach students how to scumble. Even though the word's specific roots are unknown, scumble is possibly related to the verb scum as an antiquated version of skim. Did you know that scumbug became a popular artistic technique during the 15th century? Some art historians believe Renaissance era painter Titian invented the technique. And Titian is spelled capital Titan. Okay. And that was it of scumble. SCUMBLE. Okay. Okay. And did anyone want to come on here and have any poetry they want to read? their own poetry or someone else's poetry, or you have events or projects, or you want to talk about your books, or to come up here and talk. Okay. First of all, I'll go ahead and put down on Facebook first the link to the studio here. Okay. Mm. 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 Um, mm. 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 Okay. I got it I posted on the link on in chat. Okay. Now okay. Now I posted it on YouTube too. Okay. If you want to come on and come on, all you have to do is all you have to do is either click on the link, it'll take you right here, or copy and paste the link and put it on in and paste it in, like copy and paste the link and put in the address bar, and it'll take you right here where I'm at. Either way. Okay. Um, um, and while I'm waiting for anybody who wants to come on here, I do got a new YouTube channel now. I just got it. I just got it yet last night, and it's called Noreen Snyder's Product Reviews. I decided to put it on YouTube instead of Facebook group. I'm not going to get rid of the Facebook page. You can still see it on Facebook page, but the Facebook would give me a hard time about the page, about some of my pages, so I decided to put on YouTube, and I already have 3 videos on there, and one is about, and the other 2 it's just product reviews. So stay tuned. You can subscribe to it and like it and comment on it, and I will put more videos up there on YouTube, but I won't put no more on Facebook page. And it's you can go at, it'll be at capital NOREEN capital SNYDER S. Wait, capital N is at capital NOREEN capital SNYDERS capital PRODUCT capital Rediws. And that's my news channel on YouTube. Um, and um, 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 okay. Okay. William S. Peters Sr., aka Bill, has another anthology that is open for submissions, and is called it closes on June 1st, 2025. And its title is Changing the World, One Poem at a Time. You submit the following: one poem bio of 50 words or less, and a picture of the poet. Submit to Inner Child Press Anthologies@gmail.com. INNERCHILDPRESSANTHOLOGIES @gmail.com. This project is wholly underwritten by Inner Child Press International, building bridges of cultural understanding, changing the world one poem at a time, by the Conscious Poets. So if you would like to enter it, y'all are welcome. Remember, one poem only. Changing the world one poem at a time. That'd be awesome to enter into. Okay. And I hope y'all do. Okay. 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 And anytime anybody wants to come on here, you're welcome. Come on now. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to give announcements. I added more to it. So if you all want me to announce any of your sites or your projects or anything, or your books, or anything, let me know, and I will gladly to do it too. Okay. Honey Holly has a show every Sunday and Wednesdays from 11 p.m. to midnight, and it's called Poetic Expressions, and it's on Outworld Fleet Radio, OUT front slash SHOWS front slash POETIC hyphen XPRESSIONZ. Okay. And Gina Storm. Okay. Also, Honey Holly also has a um coffee shop. Okay, it's ko-fi.com front slash HUNIIE. Go check her out, and she has new products up there, so check her out. Okay. And Gina Storm, and Brother O and Nina Purple has a show every Monday night at 9 p.m. on Talk Show. Okay, it's called Voices Behind the Pen. app.talkshoe.com front slash SHOW front slash POET dash RADIO front slash STATION. Okay. Okay. And now, Alicia, I still have not heard when she's going to continue the Speak Easy Cafe open mic poetry radio show. You don't see her on there too much, but every now and then. But she did put all of the shows from the all the shows from the very beginning of 2007 all the way to the last show that was on Blog Talk Radio, and that was in January of 2025. And you can watch it at podbean.com, podbean.com. And when you go on there, on the front page, you should do the search. All you have to do is put Speak Easy Cafe, capital SPEAKEASY, capital CAFE. So put that word up there. I did that today. All you have to do is put that up there, because it'll take you right there to all them shows. And because I was going to write the whole thing, but it would take too long for me to tell you all the whole link. So I thought it'd be easier to go on the main page and go in the search bar and put Speakeasy Cafe. I already tried it and it worked. It took me right to her show. Okay. And you can even download them too and watch any of them. Okay. And okay. And Craig Kirkland, he has a YouTube channel called Great Amazia, at capital GREAT, capital ANAZIYAH. And he has his own show on there, and it's on every Sunday at 5:00, TDP show. And he also has his own films he produced and acted in, and they're really awesome to see. And he has recorded his poetry in there too. So check him out. Check his site out. It's awesome. Okay. Tom Cartwright, he has his own YouTube channel. Is at all small letters, at TOMCARTWRIGHT, the number 4, 3, 7, and 5. And you should go on there, and he's from Indiana. He lives there in Indiana. He's in his 70s, and he is trying to get his 500, get his, I think he's trying to get his 1,000. I think he made it to 500. He is trying to where he can make some little bit of money. So go up there and support him. He talks about everything. So go check him out. It is awesome. He has an awesome show. I think he's about there on there about every night. Wait. Oh. I apologize, you all. Okay. And okay. And Michael Anthony Ingram is the host and founder of Quintessential Poetry YouTube. And his YouTube channel is at capital Q, capital P, underscore, capital YOU, capital TUBE. And the website is all small letters QLPORYT.com. And before I go further on, I should realize when I talked about Gina's when she's doing a co-host on Talk Show, I never forget that I did this time. She's also is on Clubhouse, and she's back on there every night. And she had the show before on today earlier. Jay, Gina, and Mama J, not Mama J, Mama Donna. Yeah, Mama Donna has a show today at 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon, and before I come on, and it is awesome. It's on Clubhouse, and they also have on Sunday night too at 7 o'clock, and in Clubhouse too. So go check them out, and they have something going on about every night. Okay. And William S. Peter Sr., okay, he has his own InnerChildPress.com. He is a founder and the CEO of Inner Child Press. It's a publishing company, and that's you can go check them out at InnerChildPress.com. He has anthologies where you can submit to anthologies. You can find all that information on there, and all the books he puts out. And if you want to have your book published by him, you can go to William S. Peter Sr. at InnerChildPress.com. Okay. And he also has his own channel. IamJustBill.com, all small letters, IamJustBill.com. And Bill has his own poetry there and his own books and nothing else. So go check him out there, and it's awesome. Okay. And that's when A Poetess has her magazine on YouTube. It's at all small letters. Okay, at P.O.T.S.JANERICAN number 3160. And she also has a website for her magazine. It's all small letters. It's at PLOTSJANERESS.PRESS.com. And go check her magazine out. And there's if you want to subscribe to her channel, you can. I already did. And there's and she does a fabulous job of her site. So go check it out. And there's an article I haven't got to finish yet. I was reading it, and it was very, very interesting about the entertainment industry is going downhill, falling apart, and very interesting, and makes you think twice. So go check it out, and it is awesome. Okay, and Elizabeth Esquera Castillo has her own website on her art. Okay, it's Art Heals by Elizabeth. At website is AR, all small letters, ARTHELIZABETH.WIXSITE.com. Okay. And then she also has a YouTube channel. It's at capital ELIZABETH, capital CASTILLOPOETAUTHOR. Go check it out on YouTube. It's very, very good. Okay, it is an awesome site. Okay. And Honey Parker got an awesome YouTube channel. At M is at capital M S capital HUNIIE, entitled Honey's Expression Z's, capital HUNIIE apostrophe Z, capital X PRESSIONZ. Go check them out, and she has an awesome site there. Okay. Okay. And Renee Cryer, aka Star Portraits. Okay, it has these sites is not poetry sites, but it is about things about her being what she sells. She sells Tastefully Simple. She's a consultant with Tastefully Simple, and her site is TASTEFULLYSIMPLE.com /?ref equal sign RENEECRYER number 6115, and go check it out. And it's really, really good stuff there. And I have tried some things. Okay, my favorite is the pepper one. Okay, HTTPS to the colon marks //DAYSPRING.SJB.IO /3E20, either O or 0, I'm not sure, R and a capital B. It might be a capital O. It looked like 3E2 capital O R capital B. Okay. And the other side is https two column marks front slash POETRESS the number 5 dot BELLACEGLOBAL.com. And okay, go check her out, Star. Okay. And then there's another one. I got two more. Jenny has her own YouTube channel. It's about motivation. It's called Generation Motivation. And it's at capital JENERATION capital MOTIVATION. It is an awesome site there, so go check her out. She only has 25 subscribers, and she is trying to make her YouTube channel grow. So please give her a subscribe to her channel and watch her videos. Subscribe and click on the like and leave her a comment. She sure would appreciate it. Okay. Then Michael Lee Johnson has a YouTube channel, and his YouTube channel is at Potpourri Man USA, all small letters. POETRYNAN USA. He has an awesome site. He is a phenomenal poet, and he has his poetry videos on there, so you don't want to miss that. And it is awesome, and he's doing a great job. So go check him out. Okay. And if you would like to be on the list for anything, let me know. If you want to be on the list, it don't have to be on poetry either. Okay, if you have something you want to share and you want me to announce, I will be glad to do it. Okay. And okay. Anybody wants to come on here? And y'all are most welcome to. Okay. 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 And if anyone else wants to come on, anyone wants to, you are most welcome to. Okay. I was just checking to see if Gina was going to come on here or not, but it didn't look like it. And Doreen, and I want you to know you are most welcome to come on here anytime you want and to co-host with me, and I should will let you know that. And you know what? I know it's only for so many months, but Doreen, if you want to, you and Gina can co-host with me as long as you all want to. There ain't gonna be no limit for that. Because I would love to have you on here when you get ready and when Gina gets ready. Okay. And anybody else, anybody wants to come on here, have anything to say? And how y'all like that new thing they have here now in StreamYard? where I don't have to click on the comments to be put up there. It automatically goes on there now. All I have to do is make sure that show comments on stage is turned on. Then it automatics go up there, and I don't have to do anything. And from here, I still read your comments, but I don't have to click on that. Make sure I click on it, and it stays up there. So I'm glad to see that. And you know, I'm loving StreamYard more and more now because they're always adding more stuff on here. So it's really awesome. And okay. Well, and that was it of the announcements I had here. Oh, and I'm going to announce mine too. I have a copy where you can get is kofi.com/GARRY ANDNOREEN. I think that was it. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Um, okay. Okay. Get our copy. Copy. KO dash the hyphen mark fi.com front slash all small letters GARRYANDNOREEN, all one word. And you can click on it. You can see what I have in my shop. You can join my membership from $3 up to $25 a month, and also have okay. And it's I have it's awesome, and so go check it out. Okay. And I also have my own official website, GARRYANDNOREENSNYDER .WIXSITE.com front slash POETRY, and go check it out. And I'm going to take that one when you go on there on the loading when you go on the landing page. I'll be taking that out pretty soon as I can, and I'm going to do something different up there. But in the meantime, you can still get a free ebook when you sign up, because I want to change it, do something different up there on there. So go, but in the meantime, you can still get a free book and check it out. Okay. And then my YouTube channel is YouTube at capital NOREEN capital SNYDER, and that the regular channel, my poetry and in crafts and everything. And then I have a new channel, like I said, at capital NOREEN capital SNYDERS capital PRODUCT capital REVIEWS. Okay. And I just started that last night, so you can go check it out. Okay. Okay. Well, no, I'm gonna give you a few more minutes, see if anybody comes on, and It sounds calm out there now. Outside there. I'm so glad we made it without my laptop getting knocked out by the storm. Yay. Okay. And okay, well, wish y'all have a safe Memorial Weekend, and be careful out there. And I give my respect, honor, and salute to all the ones the men and the women who died for our country who died in serving our country. I give you all the honor, and have a safe Memorial Weekend, and be careful, y'all. And please do not drink and drive. It's dangerous. It's getting dangerous out there, really bad. And remember, you're never too old or too young to live your dreams. Never too old or too young to start something new or learn something new. And don't listen to anyone else. If you want to do something, I say do it. To go ahead and do it. And the main thing, you have to believe in yourself. And I believe in y'all. Okay. And have a good day, good evening, good weekend, and have a good week. And I'll see y'all next Saturday. I love y'all, and so does God. And God bless you all. Okay. Have a safe Memorial Day. I won't say have a happy Memorial Weekend because I found that out. You don't say that. And I learned that from one Sabian. Instead, you should say, I'm not sure how you say it, but now I should say have a safe Memorial Weekend. Because it's not a happy time on the Memorial Weekend. We reflect and think about the ones who died in our service, men and women who died serving our country. And so we have to, as a somber thought, we have to think about that. So have a safe Memorial Weekend. Okay. Now, okay, I will be closing out now. And thank you all for coming today. And thank you all very much. And I sure appreciate each one of you all. And I appreciate you all. Okay. See y'all next time. I love you all.